Namaste. In my last lecture, lecture number 1, we were discussing about the gravitation, and in this chapter we discussed about some points. We discussed about the effects of force, we discussed about types of forces, etc. Now I want to tell you the gravitational force. Do you know about the gravitational force? Gravitational force. What is gravitational force? The gravitational force is a universal force. It is a universal force. What is meant by gravitational force? It acts between any two objects in the universe. It acts in two objects in the universe. That means so many objects are there in the universe. Our earth is there, moon is there, so many planets are there. The force of attraction between two objects, that means in between two planets, in between earth and moon, in between earth and sun, etc. This is the force, and this force is known as a gravitational force. Now we want to discuss about the force and motion. Force and motion. We have seen that a force is necessary to change the speed as well as the direction of motion of the object. In last lecture, we discussed about the effects of forces. That means force is necessary to change the speed as well as the direction of the object. Do you know what are the Newton's laws of motion? In ninth standard, we discussed about the Newton's laws of motion. We studied that with example. How many laws are there? Can you tell me? Yes, there are 3 laws. First law of motion, second law of motion, and third law of motion. Do you remember the laws? Newton's first law of motion. What is actually the Newton's first law of motion? Newton's first law says that an object continues to remains at rest or in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. What is the meaning? याचा अर्थ असा होतो, न्यूटनच्या गतिविषयक पहिल्या नियमाचा अर्थ असा होतो की जर एखादी वस्तू रेस्ट पोझिशनमध्ये असेल, सपोज दिस इज ए स्केच पेन, दिस स्केच पेन इज इन रेस्ट पोझिशन. ओके, इफ यू आर नॉट अप्लाइंग एनी फोर्स ऑन दिस sketch pen, then it will not change its position. It will remains at rest always. And the second half part of this law states that if any object is in linear motion, uniform motion along a straight line, it continues in a linear motion in a straight line unless an unbalanced force acts on it. जोपर्यंत याच्यावरती कुठलाही अनबॅलन्स्ड फोर्स त्याच्यावरती कार्य करत नाही तोपर्यंत एका सरळ रेषेमध्ये गतिमान असणारी वस्तू ती त्याच सरळ रेषेतील गतीमध्ये कायम राहते. मग आता तुम्ही म्हणाल की हा स्केच पेन जो गतिमान आहे तो काही अंतर गेल्यानंतर का थांबतो बरं? तर यावरती आणखीन काही बल कार्य करत असतात, जसं की या स्केच पेनचं या टेबलशी या बोर्डशी होणारं घर्षण, फ्रॅक्शन फोर्स ह्याला कारणीभूत असतो. ग्रॅव्हिटेशनल फोर्स याला कारणीभूत असतो. याचं जी गती आहे ती गती कमी करण्यासाठी, किंवा हवेचा विरोध असतो. तर या सगळ्या गोष्टी आहेत आणि म्हणून त्याची गती कमी होते. आपण हे सगळं जर काढून टाकू शकलो तर द फ्रॅक्शनल फोर्स, यू रिमूव्ह द फ्रॅक्शनल फोर्स, यू रिमूव्ह द ग्रॅव्हिटेशनल फोर्स ऑफ द अर्थ, यू रिमूव्ह द फ्रॅक्शन in between the plane and the air atmosphere, then what happens? It remains continuous in the motion. It will not be stopped. This is the first law of motion, Newton's first law of motion. I am telling you again, an object continues to remain at rest or it in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an unbalanced external force acts on it. Now the second law. What is second law? What is second law of motion? The rate of change of momentum is proportional to the applied force, and the change of momentum occurs in the direction of the force. तुम्ही एखादी वस्तू गतिमान करण्यासाठी त्याच्यावरती फोर्स ॲप्लाय करता. आता हा जो याच्यामध्ये जो मोमेंटम तयार होतं आहे, मास इंटू ॲक्सलरेशन मोमेंटम, ती कशावरती डिपेंड्स असतं की त्याच्यावरती तुम्ही किती फोर्स ॲप्लाय करताय याच्यावरती त्याच्यामध्ये निर्माण होणारं मोमेंटम डिपेंड्स आहे, अवलंबून आहे. त्याचबरोबर चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम ऑकर्स इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स. I am applying the force in this direction. If you apply force in this direction, that the change of momentum occurs in the direction of force. This is the second law of motion. Now I want to tell you the Newton's third law of motion. Remember and tell me, what is the third law of motion? Last year we studied about it. Last year we were taken so many examples based on Newton's third law of motion. Can you tell me? First of all, I am telling you the third law of motion. Every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force which acts simultaneously. That means action force and reaction force. We were taken so many examples in last year on the third law of motion. Do you know a satellite? Satellite and satellite launch vehicle. This is a satellite and this is satellite launch vehicle. This is a oxidizer tank. This is a fuel tank, and this is a engine, and this is a actual structure of the satellite. This is supply of oxygen and the supply of fuel. The fuel burns here and creation of gas, and this gas comes out in this direction and acts a pressure on the ground. And what is the reaction? This satellite launch vehicle goes upward direction. This is an action and this is reaction. The magnitude of action and reaction both are the same. Action on ground and reaction on the satellite launch vehicle. Action and reaction both are same, but the direction is different, and both action acts on ground and reaction acts on the satellite. This is the first best example based on Newton's third law of motion. याची अजूनही काही उदाहरण आपल्याला घेता येतील. तुम्ही पाण्यामध्ये पोहताना तुम्ही काय करता? तुम्ही जेव्हा पाण्यामध्ये पोहत असता तेव्हा पोहताना तुम्ही पाणी काय करता? पाणी मागच्या बाजूला ढकलता आणि तुम्ही पुढच्या दिशेने जाता. तुम्ही पाण्यावरती जे बल लावता फोर्स, तो कुठं असतो? तो मागच्या दिशेने असतो आणि तुम्ही पुढच्या दिशेने जाता. म्हणजे याला काय म्हणायचं? याला म्हणायचं ॲक्शन फोर्स. आणि मग तुम्ही जे पुढं जाता ना त्याला म्हणतात रिॲक्शन फोर्स. ॲक्शन कुणावरती झाली? ॲक्शन पाण्यावरती झाली. आणि रिॲक्शन कुणावरती झाली? तर ती तुमच्या शरीरावरती झाली. आता तुम्ही जितक्या जोराने पाणी मागे दाबता तितक्या जोराने तुम्ही पुढं जाता. म्हणजे यांचं मॅग्निट्यूड जे आहे ते सेम आहे, पण डायरेक्शन कशी असते? डायरेक्शन ही वेगळी असते, अपोजिट असते. दॅट मीन्स एव्हरी ॲक्शन फोर्स हॅज अन इक्वल अँड अपोजिट रिॲक्शन फोर्स विच ॲक्ट्स सायमल्टेनियसली. दिस इज द Newton's third law of motion. Students, you open the book, last year book, 9th standard science and technology book, and read these 3 laws and write down all the 3 laws. Now, the introduction to scientist. In your book, page number 2, you can see here page number 2. This is a photograph of a scientist, Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, a great scientist, Sir Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1727, born in England. He gave laws of motion. Again, he gave equations of motion, theory of gravity in the book Principia. Before this book was written, Kepler had given 3 laws describing planetary motions. What is planetary motions? ज्याला आपण ग्रहांची गती असं म्हणतो, याच्याबद्दल केपलर यांनी 3 लॉ सांगितलेले होते. हाऊएवर द रिझन व्हाय प्लॅनेट्स मूव्ह इन द वे डिस्क्राइब्ड बाय केपलर्स लॉज वॉज नॉट नोन. द रिझन वॉज नॉट नोन, बट न्यूटन with his theory of gravity mathematically derived Kepler's laws. In addition to this, Sir Isaac Newton did groundbreaking work in several areas, including light, heat, sound, and mathematics. He invented a new branch of mathematics. This is called calculus and has wide-ranging applications in physics and maths. He was the first scientist to construct a reflecting telescope. Students, we discussed about the great work of great scientist Sir Isaac Newton. Now, I will give more information in my next lecture, in third lecture. You read all the notes, you read the notebook, and if you have any doubt, please ask me. You know my phone number also, and this is my second lecture. I will send you my third lecture also. Thank you.